Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly. This is The Real Sports Talk. Thank you for tuning in. And Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals is in the books, and it certainly lived up to the precedent that Game 1 set as the Indiana Pacers escape with a 97-93 victory over the Heat. They take away home court advantage from the Heat in this series as they head back to the Fieldhouse, tied 1-1 in a series where really they've clearly, in my mind, as a team, they've played better. And I think that Chris Broussard tweeting during the game, he had a tweet about how the Heat certainly have more talent on their team, but they are not the better team in this series. The Pacers are playing like a better team. Frank Vogel has absolutely outcoached Eric Spoelstra in this series, regardless of how Game 1 ended, because up to that point, Frank Vogel had outcoached Eric Spoelstra, and Eric Spoelstra drew up a great play. Game 2, it was not even a question because Frank Vogel realized that at the end of Game 1, they did not get the ball inside to Roy Hibbert and David West enough. He did not make that same mistake today. He got the ball inside to Roy Hibbert, inside to David West, and that's how they won today, led by Roy Hibbert with 29 points, 10 rebounds, and an assist. He had a tremendous game. And then defensively, he was huge late. I mean, you look at how this game ended with the 2 turnovers from LeBron. The first turnover, I didn't even think it was a bad pass. I thought that it was great anticipation from David West, and LeBron James probably should have seen that anticipation, but in general, that's a pass that you normally see him make without any problems. The second pass that LeBron James made, it was tremendous defense. Roy Hibbert, and I forget who the other guy was on LeBron James, he clearly didn't have a great angle, probably should have just gone up with it anyway, but he did not go up with it, looked for Dwayne Wade, and really forced a pass, but it was due to the great defense that Indiana had. Later on in this game, Frank Vogel just absolutely outcoached Eric Spoelstra. There is no question about it. So that's really how this game ended. I think some of the key points from this game, LeBron James in general, I cannot put a ton on him after those 2 bad passes late because they weren't good passes. But 36 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 points in the fourth quarter, 14 of 20 shooting, 5 of 7 from the line, even made 3 from downtown today. I mean, how upset can you get at LeBron James in this game? He had that huge block on Roy Hibbert. He's the best player on the planet, and he made a few mistakes late on. And believe it or not, Kobe Bryant's made some bad plays late on. Michael Jordan's made some bad plays late in the game. It's happened before, and the expectation that every single time you're in a clutch situation that LeBron James is supposed to be the hero or we're going to completely kill him, it's just stupid. It's the mainstream media and showing really the control that they have over brainwashing people, but that it has worked because that's how we respond to basketball games. Paul George had another solid game tonight. Paul George, 22 points, 9 of 16 from the field, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. And he absolutely posterized Birdman late in the third quarter. He posterized him. LeBron James, I don't even know what happened. He didn't even get his ankles broken. He just lost Paul George. Paul George went by him and then posterized Birdman. He had a tremendous game. And I think that the Heat need to figure out something different on defense because Chris Bosh alone in the post is not getting the job done. You need to put LeBron James at the 4 and put Chris Bosh at the 5. I don't know, at least for part of the game, when you do not have Birdman in, LeBron James needs to play the 4 defensively, Chris Bosh needs to play the 5, or even the other way around. Whatever the case is, you have to get LeBron James down there low because Chris Bosh is getting dominated in the post in this series. And if it continues to go this way, the Pacers are going to win this series, and the Pacers are going to head to the NBA Finals, and the Heat are going to be sitting at home watching the Pacers likely take on the San Antonio Spurs, and that's not what they want to see happen. So Eric Spoelstra, who has been outcoached for every single part of the series except the final play in Game 1, he needs to make an adjustment now defensively. He needs to figure out what is going on with Ray Allen, and Dwayne Wade needs to step up in this series. There's no other way around it because while he's been efficient, so to speak, he's not taking enough charge. I know that he said that he's deferred to LeBron James. He's letting LeBron do his thing, 36 points. I'm not asking Dwayne Wade to come out there and get 30 points while LeBron has 40. I don't think that's what they need. But I think Dwayne Wade needs to be a lot more aggressive, especially in the first half. He's sitting back and waiting for the second half. That is not a good scenario. And I think that what Dwayne Wade needs to do is he needs to just move within the offense a little bit better. And what I mean by that is it seems like there's just possessions where LeBron James gets the ball to Dwayne Wade, and you know Dwayne Wade's shooting. Whether it's a jumper, which Dwayne Wade was shooting all right from the field tonight, but he's really not a jump shooter. It seems like there are possessions where LeBron says, all right, Dwayne, I know you haven't had a ton of opportunities tonight. Here's the ball. See what you can do this possession. And that's not a good formula. I think Dwayne Wade is best when they can get the ball to him and allow him to create inside. And that's the same thing actually goes for LeBron James, because I think he was most successful when he was in the post tonight. So offensively, what the Heat need to do in this series is they need to let Dwayne Wade flow a little bit more, like I was just explaining, and then get the ball like they were late in this game to LeBron James in the post, because that is where he's most effective. But the Pacers played tremendous defense tonight. They moved the ball much better than the Heat offensively. And if it weren't for LeBron James, this would have been a blowout. But the Pacers do get Game 2 in this series, tied 1-1 in this series, and it has been a classic Eastern Conference Finals through the first two games, and I don't anticipate anything different with the series heading back to Indiana for Games 3 and 4. I'm Tim Kelly. Leave me your thoughts on the game, and I'll catch you guys next time.